unseen, and you may not know that if this source, whatever you are learning, would be there. So you need to be aware of the what we call it, how to answer the question, than to know any specific question. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here we have one source, two sources question I'm going to discuss with you uh, in reference to the syllabus because they are part of it. This is General Dyer and Amritsar, and we know what happened in Amritsar in 1919. That General Dyer uh, ordered his troops to fire the peaceful demonstrators who were gathered in a public place, and they were not told and not warned or whatever, but rather they faced all of a sudden bullets coming, and 400 people died and 1200 wounded, and these are estimated figures, you don't know exactly what happened. So this is one of the, you know, what we say, atrocities British committed against the Indian. So do you recall this Amritsar massacre?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you, please respond, give feedback to, or you have appointed one person to, communicate with, and rest of you just keep sitting there quietly. Are you there, everyone? I need all yeses.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Any other yes? These are four,
Yes,
five
sir.
only. Okay, good. Now see, source question, we have air source, two source A and B. This is text source, as you know, and I'm telling you pattern of your paper as well. So please, no, 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 no. Once again, pattern of your paper, right? Uh, there will be only one question, right? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
A, B, C, D. Four parts, one question, no choice. This is 4 marks, this is 5 marks, this is 7, this is 14, and this will total make 30. And you will have 50 minutes to do this, so a lot of time, no issue. In this, A and B will be source question, 7 mark, 14 mark, you know already. So this is A source, what we call. Text source is easy. So here is a text, then another text. So there are two texts basically, and then followed by a set of questions. This is what General Dyer said to a British newspaper shortly after the shooting. So shortly after the shooting, General Dyer was talking to whom?
A British newspaper.
British newspaper. Okay. So what did he say? I read. I had to shoot. I had 30 seconds to make up my mind about what action to take. What would have happened if I had not shot? I and my little force would have been swept away. And then what would have happened? So this is what he said to the newspaper after the shooting. So what reason General Dyer actually gave in source A for his decision to open fire? So which reason is given? Tell me.
So he felt that the people would attack him.
Anyone else? Okay, good. Other boys, anyone else? What reason is given? Are you here with me? If you take that long to respond, so how can we finish this? Excuse me, boys. What are you doing?
Sir, can you
Hello?
repeat the question?
I can't repeat the question. You need to listen it carefully. It's no question. It's just simple one thing I ask you. I read it, and it's just simple thing. There's no big question in this. Are you here, everyone? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
why aren't you responding? I told you that if I wait and I call all of your names and again I come to you back and ask why are not you responding. So this is all wastage of time. It was a simple thing that he said that I and my little force was like would have been swept away because he gave this reason, this reason. What's difficult in it? Tell me what's difficult. Okay, source B source. These are some questions of Hunter Committee. Hunter Committee was set up to investigate Amritsar massacre. Ask Dyer his answers to them. So these questions are asked by this Hunter Committee to General Dyer, and we see what was his response. Let me see. Bashir Hussain, are you here? Bashir Hussain Sayyid, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read the source. Hurry up.
Sir.
Read source B.
You're covering it. I had to shoot. I had 30 seconds to make up my mind
No, this
about
is source A. This is source A.
Hunter.
I have
Hunter,
done it.
you did not
Hmm.
issue warning to the crowd to disperse before you opened fire. Did you think you were going to be attacked? Dyer. The situation was very serious. It was no longer a question of merely whispering and the crowd. I had to produce a sufficient impression of my strength not only to those who were there but also throughout India. Hunter. When did you first decide to fire? Dyer. When I heard about the meeting. These are some questions.
Okay, fine, fine. Now, guys, these two questions asked to Hunter, and he by Hunter to Dyer, and he responded to one that when did you think you were going to attack? So one is about attacking, decision to attack, and the other is when did you decide? So why and when? So tell me, according to source B, when did General Dyer decide to fire?
Sir,
When
Sir,
he
when he
the
heard the
meeting.
first meeting.
uh,
When he first heard of the meeting, so he had already made up his mind. So do you think that he contradicted General Dyer contradicted in source A and B his statement about is there any contradiction?
Sir, can you tell us what you mean by contradiction?
Sir, yes.
Contradiction mean to say two different things. Like you say one thing and then at the other time you say another thing, and actually you are saying two different things about any matter. So that called contradiction. That you are contradicting your own
He said it was
what you.
question to merely, you know.
So did General Dyer contradict?
Yes, sir.
So he contradicted. There are two different reasons given. One that I had 30 seconds to make up my mind, and other that he had already made up his mind even before reaching the place. Now, this very simple. This is how it goes. Now, the actual question here is that why did General Dyer contradict? Why did he say two different things? What do you think? Why did he say? Or why did he contradict? What's the reason?
Sir, he said that I had to produce sufficient impression of my strength not only to those who were there, but also throughout India.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Why did he say two different things? Why did he contradict? That's the question. We have already established the
At
fact that he
first,
contradicted. Now the question is, why did he contradict?
sir, at first he said I had 30 seconds to make up my mind. So he was scared. He was scared that the crowd must attack him. So the Indians felt if they could attack him. So after that, he
Okay, to some extent, you are okay, boys. To sum it up, just simple as this: that he contradict, and the reason was that while talking to the newspaper, which goes to the public, and obviously there was already wide unrest in India, wide scale unrest in India, and violence was going on. So if he had spoken the truth, so then definitely that would have actually worsened the situation. So while talking to the and generally when people go on to talk to media or even in public, or even you are in amongst friends. So the thing you say is usually what is going to get you sympathy. So he here portrayed himself as the victim, that I am the force was under attack, so he had to. In the second source, as he was, this is uh, the within the forces, this committee and all that. So here he stated basically the fact that what did he do, and secondly, here he proved the point that I was responsible for maintaining law and order situation, and I served the empire. I did my job. So here he said that I wanted to, produce a sufficient impression of strength, not only on those who were there, but also across throughout India. So that's why he contradicted. Here he wanted to make a point that I was doing my job and I was serving the empire. There he wanted to earn the sympathy of the public. So this is how simple source question will be asked to you. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
here we discuss one source back. Yes. Okay. What is this picture? What do you see in this picture, and what is this picture? What is this picture about? Hello?
Sir, this is the place where.
This given the caption King George V at the Darbar, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the king, and this is the queen, and these are the courtiers around, courtiers, and the important guest courtiers, etc. So this is the darbar, the court darbar, right? And now the question is, this is what does source B, I call it source B, okay? So which is this? Tell us about the reversal of the partition of Bengal in 1911. So now this is the question. What does source B tell us about the reversal of the partition of Bengal in 1911? I can repeat for you the steps. The steps. You remember we discussed that there are 2 to 3 steps to answer this question. So first step is just, well, after confirming that what is this source about. So we know that this is George V at Darbar visiting India. And now we also know the question that's about 1911 given. So now whole thing is set. So first step is to take some detail from this picture. So you describe the source in a way that you take some detail from the source, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Describe and after describe the source mean take some detail, and then what you make out of it, make make of it, right? So that is called inference. What is your inference? What do you see? So and then you support your inference whatever you think of it from your background information or from the following details from the source. So that is how we answer a picture source question, which is a bit technical. Now here I will narrate, and then I'll give you 5 minutes. We are having 5 minutes to write the answer by yourself. So I will just give you main points of this answer. So we see that you can write the source A, source B is source B is about King George V, who was visiting India in 1911. Here we see the king with the queen and other important courtiers. This was an important meeting, and in this meeting, reversal of the partition was announced. British annulled the partition or reversed the partition of Bengal, and now you will go direct to your background information, because since 1905, when British partition Bengal, Hindus were opposing it. There was violence opposition to this Swadeshi movement, and the strikes, etc. Finally, British government realized that they need the support of the Hindus to run India smoothly, and that they did not want any disruption during the visit. So, in order to make Hindus happy or please them, they reversed the partition. This is the answer of this question. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can you just now mention, just jot down these points? I give you 3 to 4 minutes just to look at the picture by yourself. First the picture, the detail, then infer, then background information. So remaining, we are left with 5 minutes. I want you to complete the answer of this question. Hurry up.
Sir, sir, like I did not understand this. That Darbar, it is written King George at the Darbar. So,
Yes. King George the Fifth. This is fifth, okay, at the Darbar. What is the problem?
sir, Darbar like his palace.
Darbar is the court, the public appearance of the king. The
Okay.
court. It's like kind of meeting.
Okay.
Sir, I've done.
Okay, can you just read?
Yes, sir. Sir, in source B, we can see the king and the queen and other important officials of the king. Um, the king, the king scheduled to visit India in 1911, and in this meeting he himself decided to reverse the partition of Bengal. Um, the INC fully pressurized the British government to reconsider the decision of partition. So, a countrywide anti-partition campaign was launched, mob rallies were organized, and shutterdown strikes were observed. The INC also started the Swadeshi movement, in which boycott of British goods and institutions was observed. Um, the Hindu-dominated INC also threatened to boycott the coronation ceremony of the king. That was a royal tradition of the British. In 19
Yeah, you got to give a brief background information to prove the point. So this was basically about reversal of the partition. Guys, rest of you, have you got the idea, central idea, and how to answer the question? Hello, rest of you. I'm talking to you guys. Have you got the idea to how to answer, and is it clear to you? Or if you have any confusion, you can ask me.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yes, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I just repeat these steps. First of all, read the caption when you are doing the source question. Read the caption. Caption will let you know what is this source. It will definitely give some information description of the source. Then question will definitely establish a link to that. What is this source linked to? Like which event it is referring to. So you will get that referral, that reference. So here we see that the caption tells us it's George V at the Darbar, but we don't know like what it is about. Then we see the question and it tells us that something about reversal of the partition of Bengal. So we now establish complete thing. Then we'll just simply say, using the statement, paraphrasing the question statement, that this partition, reversal of the partition in 1911, because in this Darbar, the King George V with his queen and other courtiers are there, and this is important meeting in which British announced the reversal of the partition and followed by the background information. So this is how you're going to answer the question. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Why are
Yes.
you taking so long? Okay, now the thing is that practice these questions and the rest of the questions, 7, 14, 4-mark question. I've told you the pattern, and good luck. See you in the next class. Allah Hafiz and take care.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Allah
Hafiz, sir.
Hafiz, Allah Hafiz everyone.